Hello everybody, thank you so much for being here. In today's video I wanted to talk about my favorite substrate. It is in 3 of these tanks in the gallery. Let's go take a closer look. So I recently did a fish room tour. I will put that in the upper right hand corner if you want to check it out and actually see more of the fish and an explanation of what fish are in each tank. But one of the things that people ask all the time is, what is that substrate in the tanks? The one that is more of a brown color, and that is our red Flint Sand. That is actually the brand name. That is not the color of the sand necessarily, or the color name, but the brand is red Flint Sand, and we get it from a local pet store by us in the Chicagoland area. Zuxai, they have it in big 50-pound bags, and it's actually cheaper than a lot of the normal substrates out there. So not by a whole lot, but it is a little bit less expensive, and I absolutely love this sand. It's a very earth tone type of sand. It works very well, I think, with the dragonstone that you see in this barb tank. And then if we come over here to our 125 Geophagus tank, I've got it in here as well. And I also have it in the 125-gallon nano tank. It's called that because we have a lot of nano fish in there. But this is a great sand. Now, why do I love it? One, obviously the color, it looks really, really natural. Love just the overall look of it. The other thing that I like about it quite a bit is the grain size. And so this grain size is large enough so that it's not going to easily get sucked up into gravel vacs. And you can actually put a gravel vac into this sand, and as long as you don't have a really, really tremendous drop off in terms of, you know, the top of your tank to maybe where the bucket is, or if you're using a drain in like a fish room system, it really doesn't suck up any of the sand. And so that makes it super convenient to gravel vac and kind of go through and get a little bit of the top layers of the sand kind of gravel vac. Now for us, not as big of a deal, because as you can see, our tanks are planted, and so we're not doing a lot of heavy gravel vacuuming or sand vacuuming because it's just not necessary. And we've got some canister filters in here that are doing a really good job of making sure that the water quality is looking good. At least the mechanical filtration is looking really good. And so it's a nice sand because of that thickness. Again, it's not a sharp sand, and so that's great if you've got cory cats or you've got cichlids that are going to be doing their thing and kind of sifting through there. Like in the tank I just walked away from, we've got the Geophagus, and they're constantly sifting through the sand. No issues there whatsoever. In this particular tank right here, we've got some cory cats here. We have some coolie loaches in here as well. No issues there. So it's a safe sand for your fish. And again, the colors are just really, really outstanding. Easy to gravel vac, so it's easy to maintain. And as you can see, what are the plants doing in it? Well, to me, they're doing quite well. Now, when we first set up these aquariums, we did add some root tabs. I did a DIY video a long time ago. I'll put that in the upper right-hand corner about the DIY root tabs that we use, but we only used them when we first set these aquariums up, and then we have not added root tabs since. We just let the fish do the fertilization, produce the waste, and then manage that. And you can see here we've gotten some pretty good results with our plants just doing that. We don't use any liquid fertilizers either in any of these tanks. Now, at some point, we actually might experiment with some CO2. And if we add that, the fertilization schedule might change a little bit as you add CO2. Sometimes the plants are going to need some extra ferts. But in terms of just the plants growing, and we've got lots of different plants. So we've got this monster sword, and that's doing well in this sand over here. Back to the barb tank. It's almost all crypts, at least that's the types of plants that are growing in this particular tank that are actually growing in the substrate. We come back over to the Nano 125, and again, lots and lots of different types of crypts in this tank. We've got a couple different sword plants in here as well, and they're all doing really well, so absolutely no complaints there. So again, that is the actual name of the sand. I will put some type of a link down in the description below if I can find it online for you. As always, thank you so much for being here. Again, if you want to see a full tour of the gallery, check out that video in the upper right-hand corner. If you want to see how those Awaza canister filters are doing on some of these larger tanks, check out that video in the lower right-hand corner. Appreciate you being here. We'll see you next week.